Hello, people. Right, I haven't made a few videos for a while. I haven't made videos for a while because I have actually made a bundle of them, but I keep getting interrupted or having a coughing fit or something and haven't uploaded them. So I'm hoping this one will work and I'll get it uploaded. Apologies for that. Anyway, um, this morning, Saturday morning, I like to have a play with cryptos. Don't really watch them during the week. Not really interested in whether they're going up or down or what they're doing. I had heard they were crashing this week, but that didn't really influence the trade I took today. All I do is open a chart, can be any chart, doesn't matter whether it's oil, corn, blinking soya beans or whatever. Excuse me. This method will work on everything. So I'm currently looking at this possible re-entry into a trade that I took. This is only a demo trade. I'm not really bothered about trading cryptos live at the moment, because my live trading on Forex has gone through the moon since COVID and being forced to sit in front of charts all day instead of being out and about with relatives and friends. So COVID has had its plus points for me, and the screen time and the additional um, use of this RSI histo has actually just blown my trading to the moon, which is good, and I hope it does for you too, because I do believe the three candle reversal and the RSI histo applied to any method of technical trading has to add value, in my opinion. Anyway, that aside, I'm looking at this thinking, shall I go short again, enter in, because this is like a 1% trade now. I've closed 99% of it, just for the fun of it, playing with that as well. Money management, learning all the time. You never stop learning in this game. So why haven't I jumped into this again, or why didn't I like the look of this compared to the trade that I took um, earlier on today? And let's have a look. Take the scroll off. Why hasn't it added that trade to the chart? Sorry, I've switched computers and put this template on a different trading. So that's the trade, hopefully onto this chart. Where is it? So why hasn't it dragged that onto the chart? That's weird. What's going on? Ah, there it is there now. So yeah, why didn't I get in here as opposed to here? Well, the difference being, at the point I entered there, we had no resistance above us. In other words, there were no candle highs above us. We've broken through all of them. High, 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 all broken. Here we are straight into that. It might look insignificant, but that little high there. And this is something I don't stress enough or mention enough, and that's the whole point of this video, is not every setup looks the same. Always assess them. I'm talking about that high there, we were trading straight into it. There are no highs of candles, in other words resistance levels of any sort, in the way of this entry here. And the other thing to mention is we have not got a break of the 20 level. Might seem obvious, and sometimes I don't apply that rule. If I like the look of, suppose this had come down to about this level and closed with that lighter weight momentum, I probably would be prepared to enter that trade, because we're through all the resistance that can act as support. Okay, that was the point of this video. The other point is we can clearly see we have a massive level here that got broken with all of this move here. Stronger momentum. Also, we have just recently popped below the zero level with momentum. Then we'd had the sideways build up of um, algo trading, as it were, you know, faking in the longs and putting discounted orders. They push it back up so they get a better price to enter. That's my opinion anyway, and I like it. Here we are just in a sideways sort of accumulation distribution phase. We have not busted with any sort of strength. So, you know, it appears I'm right. I would thought, well, typical if I make this video and we're watching this live, it's bound to crash on me. But it is pulling back as I expected it to do so. So that's that. The other point of this video was earlier on in the day when I was considering shorting this here. I wasn't watching the charts at this point here. So what made this particular entry more likely than, say, for example, well, I'm looking at the 15, sorry, the 3CR here in particular. Why didn't I enter at this point, say, for example? We had no resistance below us. In fact, that's a lie. We did have resistance below us there. But, you know, I'm talking about that little red candle's high there, and we're considering entering. But we had broken this resistance level with the close below there. Let's move that red line up. In fact, let's change it for a thicker bisque line. And yeah, there it is there. So you can see clearly it's repelled price, or this is repelled price. So that was nowhere near as clean an entry as that one. I considered that one to be. And what else? Well, the momentum wasn't there. Strong momentum. You know, ideally you want this situation, remember, that's the point of this video, push down, pull back, re-push down. That is your classic bust, pull back, break and close. But we don't have to break and close below this. We just have to break and close below the most recent recent bust and change. In other words, bust, pull back, break and close. You could say, well, why didn't we enter on that one? Well, the other thing, actually, I'm glad I noticed that, is because you want to see a nice strong pullback, preferably above the zero line, green above, and then into it again. That's why something like this doesn't always work so well, because we haven't had a deep pullback, and you know, in this instance, it did continue. So that's why this entry was far better than these M15, or sorry, M5 3CRs down. They're all, you know, no two movements are ever the same. You have to look at them all individually. But these things that I mentioned about clean areas below when you're considering entering, in other words, like this, is massively important. It makes the whole difference between a good entry and a bad entry. But no doubt you'll be well aware of the difference between the entries, just not quite so aware of the reasons that they actually work and fail. But that's an important part of your analysis as well. Always remember to analyze the failures and try and work out why they failed. And if you've got a strong set of rules like this, I don't trade into resistance, make sure you've broken resistance and it's not able to act as support. Make sure you have strong momentum move, then a pullback, then a continuation. Make sure you don't enter late into the move, because this is the sideways part of the move now. And all these different rules, strong 3 candle reversals, and obviously, you know, you've got your trend lines looking at the higher time frames. This is all part of the business. You know, we've got I could have drawn an uptrend line here, and then the break of it, classic trend reversal that we talk about all the time. What can I say? You know, even to the point we've got this situation here where if we put it on the line chart, this low was broken by price here, and we've got the big push, pull back, push down, entry, swing 5. This is all part of swing 4 really. Swing 1, 2, 3, and then a massive swing 4, then a big 5. You can see that in hindsight, of course, but if you draw your levels on the charts, you would start to see the same things I do after a few years of screen time potentially. You know, it's often said this is a marathon, not a sprint, and it is. And the more screen time you can do, the better. And that's another reason I post these weekend demo trades on cryptos, because not everyone, and me included, is aware that you can trade them 24/7. This brokerage is Hugo's Way, great for a ton of stocks, and it's MT4, it's free, you don't even have to give your email address. Just go to their website, top right hand corner, it has the download button for MT4, and it sets you up an account instantly. And then just get your head around all the indicators. All the indicators are on my website, or the Twitter feed rather. All of them, well, they're not, there are links to them on Forex Factory mainly, are all there. They're all free. Everything on that Twitter feed is free. Anything you can see on my charts is free. That's the whole point of it. Um, Trading is freely available for everyone that way, in my opinion. So, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.